Hi guys, today I am going to talk a little bit about one of the biggest myths in feeding kids. And I'm here pretty regularly talking about feeding kids, the challenges and the joys. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up to date with all of my tricks and tidbits. Today I want to talk about hiding vegetables in food, which is something so many people do because they think it's going to help their kids become better eaters. So our kids are not eating spinach or not eating tomatoes or not eating beans, and we take that food and we're like, you know what, I'm gonna outsmart you. I'm gonna take these beans and I'm gonna ground them up and I'm gonna put them in your brownies, and then when you're eating brownies, you're actually eating beans. Ha 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 ha. And then we're like, great, they're eating the brownies, they're eating their vegetables, we're good parents. So let's talk about why this is actually a harmful thing to do for our kids. And I'm just gonna touch on 3 of the biggest reasons. Reason number 1 is that it doesn't actually help build a healthy eater, right? Because what we're doing is telling our kids, eat these brownies or eat this tomato sauce or drink this green smoothie, and we're not giving them the chance to be exposed to the vegetable that we want them to eat. Which means you might have a kid who will drink a green smoothie but then pick spinach off of their pizza. Gross, I hate spinach. So what we need to do to build a healthy eater is expose them to foods. And that means offering it over and 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 over again. If instead of giving our kid an opportunity to engage with the spinach or the black beans or the tomatoes or the avocado or whatever it is, we take it into our hands and we hide it and we cover it and make it very sneaky, we've actually taken away a huge opportunity for another exposure. So instead of being so sneaky and thinking that our kids are not going to catch on to what we're doing, or think that our kids, if they knew what was in this, would never touch it, we need to trust them, and we need to take that as an opportunity to expose them and say, hey, let's throw some spinach in here. Or hey, let's chop up some tomatoes and throw them in with the chicken. Because that is how you actually build a healthy eater. And that brings me to point number 2, which is it really harms the feeding relationship we're trying to develop with our kids. Feeding relationships are so important when we are getting our kids to eat. And what it means is that they trust us to give them the things they need to grow healthy. And if they can't trust us because we are deceiving them, then we're really working on fragile ground here. Because the message we're sending our kids is, I don't trust you enough to make good decisions about eating, so I am going to trick you into eating what I want you to eat. And the focus here is all on us as the parents, what I want you to eat, what I think you should have. What we've really done is disregard the needs of the child, their taste, and their autonomy, which is their decisions to decide what goes into their mouth. So hiding vegetables is very sneaky, and it starts to undermine our relationship in terms of feeding, which can then, bloom out into, okay, mom told me that this smoothie is green because it has green food coloring in it, but I know that's not true, so what else is not true that she's saying? So that's why it's really important. We always want to be honest with our kids, and we also want to be respectful. So if they say, I hate spinach, I'm going to throw it on the floor, we say, it's fine not to like spinach. Please leave it on your plate. And the third reason that hiding vegetables in food is harmful is that it starts to blur the lines between the foods we want to encourage and the foods that don't really need to be encouraged as much. So if you have a child who loves milkshakes and you're like, I'm gonna trick this kid into eating an avocado by sneaking an avocado into the milkshake, what we're doing is encouraging the milkshake. Which, to be honest, very few people need to be encouraged to drink a milkshake. Most of us are like, this is awesome, I would do this every day. But avocado, on the other hand, is something that might need a little bit more encouragement. So when we start blurring the lines between the foods we want to be encouraging and the foods we don't want to be encouraging, or the foods that don't need to be encouraged, don't need as much encouraging, it starts to get confusing. Because are we sending the message that, yeah, drink milkshakes every day, or do we really want to send the message that eating fruits and vegetables is important? And once we have a clearly defined message, which I'm going to give you the answer here, we want to say eating fruits and vegetables is important, we need to make sure that everything we do is in alignment with that message, meaning we're always encouraging fruits and vegetables as fruits and vegetables. And if we're going to sneak fruits and vegetables into other things, we're very open and honest about it, and we see something like, hey, would you like to taste this ice cream? It has avocado in it. And I've been a pastry chef for a really long time, and yes, we've made avocado ice cream. It's not one of my favorites. It's kind of weird. But we're very honest, and you don't go to a restaurant and get green ice cream like it's just a different pistachio. Don't worry about it, because we want people to eat more avocado. Also, as a pastry chef, I really take offense with people making things like black bean brownies. Guys, brownies are really good with chocolate, sugar, and flour. We do not need to start adding black beans into the brownies. And those are really the reasons to avoid hiding vegetables in your kids' food. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks about eating healthy children.